Hello, how are you today? I was thinking everybody's talking about my tight pants. I got my tight pants. I got my tight pants on. Everybody's talking about my tight pants. I got my tight pants. I got my tight pants on. You ever see that? Will Ferrell? Very funny. What up? How's everybody doing today? I want to wait till everybody gets here to get into it, or you guys just want to start swinging for the fence? Oh, no, you didn't call me old man. Okay, just because I'm 51 and still virile doesn't make me old. All right, okay, shoot. I'm still all right. I got a couple bad knees, but I'm still doing good. Yeah, here comes everybody. I think it's only righteous that the Cavs lose tonight. But I think it's going to rest LeBron. I talked about this already. The Cavs win if they want to rest LeBron. So I'm not really going any direction. I said earlier that they're going to win to rest LeBron, but it just doesn't make good. It doesn't make good financial sense to do that now. But there's a whole script that's to that. I know it is. I know. Stephen Langley. Stephen, are you a Caucasian male or are you African American? Everybody's talking about my tight pants. Which one are you? Oh, sweet goodness, are you a woman? I like to acknowledge the ladies that come. Black, okay. Okay. Black. All right. Where you from? Where you from, Stephen? Atlanta? Alabama? Okay. Yeah, no, all right. Reason why I was asking, because I know some languages. Why do you care about people's ethnicity? Well, I was asking about that because I know some Langleys, and I wanted to see if, I know some Langleys that are very, very close to me. So that I don't care. I just wanted to. Anyways, why are you asking? What was I talking to you? Anyway, Kanye got me respecting him. Got me respecting him. What do you mean, respecting him? What do you mean? What up, 1908? Game 4, you mean? Did I address that wrong, 1908? Des? Is that my girl? Oh, see, you changed your... I got it wrong. And I keep saying your name wrong. I keep... Oh my goodness, we're gonna have to Skype or something so I can get your info right, because I keep doing it wrong. No, what did I say? I don't know what I titled it. I'm tired. I just got done lifting. I uploaded a video of me lifting. Oh my goodness. Boy, I'm tired. What I did was I didn't eat right for the lift, and once I got in there, it was a packed house. I just, I started going in. I didn't even want to bench heavy, and just boom. He's another level with racial stuff. Yeah, I'm not a racial dude. I was simply trying to see if he was related to some people who are related to some family members. So you guys can do whatever you want with that. I wasn't even talking to you. What's your thought on Black Lives Matter and Black people crying for attention? Oh, well, now I'm a fool? Really? I don't think I'm a fool, but I do like to clarify if I think that somebody's directing something towards me on my chat. My thoughts on Black Lives Matter is just people. Okay, I'm going to answer both you, Desiree, because I know what she wants to talk about, basketball, and I'm going to get right to that. And as far as Prodigy, as far as Black Lives Matter, damn, I'm just talking broke. Anyways, as far as Black Lives Matter, like that's a long, really long chat, but I don't think Black Lives Matters is people looking for attention. So I'm just gonna try to address this quickly because I want to move on and stick with basketball. But I don't think it's a cry for attention. I think there's actually a purpose to it, and what's the biggest problem is that there is such a thing. There is such a moniker as Black Lives Matter. Why should there be a need for that in America where so many races are American? So, that's real touchy because I know somebody who was in the Black Lives Matter movement, and all of a sudden, he's not here anymore, and it's a big mystery of what happened to him. So, yeah, I just don't believe it's a cry for attention. Okay. Anyways, basketball. My biggest aim when I made this live was to see how many people thought that the Cavs were going to win tonight. And if anybody wanted to take some pizza wagers on that. So this kind of went south real quick. But nonetheless, there's still 3 people here. And if any of you 4 people, if any of you wanted to, put a quick, $5-10 on it and see who's going to win. I wanted to kind of do it before the game started. Started at 8:30. It's 9 o'clock. So I don't know. So I guess for the next 15 minutes, we can do that if anybody is interested. And somebody wanted to put some pizza wagers on it and, make yourself a quick $5-10, and I pay through PayPal, by the way, and just having some fun with it. A lot of Raptors play bad all of a sudden. Carter was one of the best players in the because it was a setup. This whole thing is a setup. Vince Carter, that's a minute ago. This whole thing. And Tracy McGrady was playing then, wasn't he? Wasn't he playing when Carter? I think they're related or something like that. No, I think those two are related. So anyways, I was taking some wagers for the next 15 minutes. $10 and under. How does LeBron beat Golden State? He doesn't. Is it? He doesn't. The answer to that is LeBron doesn't face him. That's the easy answer. Listen, the answer is have somebody else do your dirty work. That's it. You're a king, have somebody else go and do it. You don't want to face him? Don't face him. Have Houston do it. Houston's capable. Shoot, Houston wins the next game, they're going to be well rested. It's not like they're, not going to have a good rest if they wipe these guys off the map who they're playing now. And LeBron doesn't have to face them at all. The Western Conference championship game, they beat them in a championship game, or if they hurt one of them. Listen, if Houston plays ball like Golden State, no, his father's not Julius Erving. What? Not that I know of. That's a good one. I don't think so. I've never seen pictures with them together. I think his dad did play in Boston, though. People don't think Houston can beat Golden State. They can beat a hurt Desiree. Will they use injury for him to win the finals? And does the age Does he average 60? No, he doesn't average 60. He's not going to average 60. Okay, so you guys are asking me about my predictions on the way that the finals are actually going to go. So that's not as bad. But you guys are asking because you never see Kyrie with Julius Erving. And I don't think Julius played for the Celtics. I could be wrong. I know he played for two teams, the Sixers and somebody else. Okay, so you guys are asking me about how do I think it's going to be played out in the finals. Okay, so one, I don't think LeBron is going to face, Steph Curry again. However, the ratings would be really, really high, but the ratings for next year would be kind of because we've seen this before for the last, 2-3 years? We just don't want to see it anymore. So it'd be it would go like this, and then it would plummet. There would be a curve there that would not reach its peak performance again the next year. And I don't think that's what they want to do. They would suck. No one wants to. Yeah, no one wants to see it. The ratings would just go like this, and then it would just be all bad. Because next year everybody would say, "We've seen this before. I don't want to watch it no more." And we've already seen an example of that in the NFL. And at the beginning of the year, the ratings fell off. So they were just like, "Oh, Tom can't win. We can't have this again." But they need Tom for the ratings. So they put him in the Super Bowl, but they let him lose. Okay. And this is like, yeah, it is. Yeah. Oh, shoot. I'm sorry, Desiree. You guys, there's a female on, so can we watch what we say? And if you're talking about this as in me talking about this as a rerun, yeah, that's fine because I like talking about it and everybody's here to talk about the game because there's a big game on tonight. So we're just a group of people talking about the big game. But if you're talking about if the rerun of the Cavs and Golden State, then yes, you're actually right. It is a rerun. So, hey, what's going on, Copper? Yeah, Des, maybe look, like I said, it can go any way. If they blow them out tonight, you know it's all about the rest. You know it's what it is. Okay, so you guys are asking me about the actual finals. Okay, so this is the way I see the finals, but this is not a prediction. I just want to make that clear. Like I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really hard to get hit. I just really hear Bill Cosby. That's really hard to get into what's going to happen game one, what's going to happen game two. Like inside the game, you can say, oh, so-and-so wins game one, so-and-so wins game two, back and forth, game seven, they're out. But to get inside the game, the deepest I've ever done that is say, okay, game five, so-and-so is going to get hurt, so so-and-so can win game six. So that's the deepest I've ever been. But some of your questions are going into how Golden States will lose. Joe Montana, what are your thoughts on the NFL player? What about Joe Montana? Joe Montana was dynamite. If it's the same Joe Montana you're talking about, not unless it's Joe Montana Jr., he was dynamite. Broadway Joe was actually a cheater, too. Broadway Joe was under investigation by the federal government. You know why? For fixing the games. The one in the 49ers. Yeah, dynamite player. Broadway. Currently, you talking about Broadway Joe? Joe Montana, right? Yeah, Joe Montana. That was Broadway Joe. Anyway, so here's the way I see it playing out in the finals. I'm going to say it again because I know some of you guys have already heard it. I believe sports are fixed, but only to an extent. You are correct because not everybody in sports knows that they're fixed. until it's time for them to know. Let's just take that rookie that plays for the Saints and how he missed that other player, Diggs, and you had the, Minnesota Miracle. He might have been in on it, but he's a rookie. You know what I'm saying? So he just started playing, and next thing you know, they say, hey, this is about to happen. Casey Keenum is about to line up. He's about to throw to Diggs. Go ahead and miss him. Just take one for the team. And then stand there and look stupid as you knocked out your other player and Diggs scores on you guys. Don't worry. We'll make it up. You'll make it up. You're a rookie. You'll get a ring one of these years. Yeah, you'll get a ring one of these years, but don't worry about it. People are going to hate you for a while. Just kind of lay low. Don't talk to the media too much. We got this. Happens all the time. Or when you see Kevin Love, who's a dynamite player, play like crap all year. Then all of a sudden he scores 30 points. It's like he gave the Red Ross, Kevin Love, Red Ross. Don't know what Red Ross is. You haven't never watched Friends. It's over. Wow. You think that's it? Copper Truth? You think that's it? The ESPN used to be biased. I'm not really an ESPN watcher. I'm gonna say yes, because I did want. Yeah, wait till the third quarter and say that, because you never know. They might get that DeRozan guy and Lowry together, and next thing you know, all kind of stuff. By the way, Bron is going to Philly or Lakers. I don't see New York. Who he would really play with, Unicorn, is the same as K-Love. Well, okay. You guys want to do that? You want to talk about the aftermath? Okay, so let me address this, Israel. Just my thoughts. I always said he was going to go to New York, but I never said that he wasn't going to take a whole bunch of people with him. All right? Let's do this. If LeBron stays, how many teammates right now in the 8-player rotation, how many of them do you think are going to still be on Cleveland's roster? You can probably count the ones that you figure are not going to be there. Rodney Hood, out of there. Korver probably won't stay. He'll keep a skeleton crew. If he stays, he'll keep a skeleton crew, and then he'll build around that. We've already seen it. Here you go again, Copper. If he goes to New York, it's gonna be the same thing. He's gonna start drafting people just to have a good support team. He'll have 8 guys around him, just like he has those. Who do they got out there right now? Porzingis, isn't he hurt? Porzingis is hurt. Isn't he? Is he the one that has the biggest contract? I tell you what, Diggs, you can answer that because you know more about sports than I do. Who is the major player on the Knicks? Because it used to be Melo. But see, the reason why I thought he was going to go to New York is because Melo is in New York. Now Melo is with OKC. But that union is not going to last too long. Biggs, let me ask you this. How long is Carmelo's contract at OKC? Because you start talking about LeBron going to New York, he's not going to go there and just keep the people he's playing with right now, that they're out there right now. You could see a whole bunch of some of the starting 5 just be wiped off the map according to the contracts. So it's more than just who's out there right now. It's what contracts out there. How can I fit a max contract, a $33 million contract, plus whatever bonuses, and then build around that contract? That's what LeBron is all about. So, you got to get into some numbers before you can speculate who's going to be there, who's not going to be there. You're going to go into the luxury tax. Can they afford to go into the luxury tax? Who has the largest contract? Is that contract over $200 million for the next 5 years? Those things matter. You know what I'm saying? Is that contract a 2-year contract? Is Porzingis' contract a 2-year contract? How big is it? Because if it's $100 million contract, and let's say his injury, let's say Porzingis' injury is kind of like, let's say it's a Steph Curry injury. I don't know what it is. Let's say it's a Steph Curry injury. We know what it is. We know it's his knee. We know when he's coming back. Kind of like Isaiah Thomas. We knew when he was coming back. But, okay, so you have that scenario. LeBron can build around that. But let's just say you had a Kawhi Leonard injury. You think LeBron is going to let Porzingis hang on the sideline and get paid a max pay and do nothing? Oh, but no, see, it just doesn't work like that. So there's a lot of shuffling around that's going to happen depending on his contract, depending on Carmelo's contract. If Carmelo's going to join him, there is just a lot going on there. LA, I don't see him going to LA, but there's some time. Porzingis isn't playing next year. Okay, Porzingis isn't playing next year. Is he going to get cut, though, is what I'm saying, Desiree. Is he gone? Is his injury... like I said, what is his injury? How long is he going to be out? That's what matters when it comes to getting another max player in there. He got 5'8". Porzingis will be traded. Kawhi Leonard and LeBron will get together. I can see that happening. I guess Kawhi Leonard. Yeah, I guess I can see that happening. But the thing about Kawhi Leonard is, see, here's what scares me about Kawhi Leonard. Here's what scares me about that dude. You are supposed to be a teammate whether you're hurt or not. You know what I'm saying? You want to sit on the sidelines, you sit right in the front row so we can still get your support. I'm not digging a whole third row action going on that he was doing and then just disappearing during the playoffs. I'm not really feeling that whatsoever. And to me, with that mentality, you're going to see a repeat of Derrick Rose. That's what I think Kawhi Leonard's turning into. And that's not going to be good. He's not going to be around that long. He'll go from team to team to team to team. Nyla, baby, Nyla. Okay, so everybody, my friend Nyla Plays is here. And just to let you know, she is a 11-year-old girl. So, all right, good. Everybody, please say hello to Miss Nyla Plays. She is a very cool person who's trying to get her channel up. She's like a young businesswoman. I'm like, okay, Nyla, I see you with the shoes. I'm going to talk to you in a minute, Nyla, after I read through some of these comments and talk to some of these people. I'm gonna talk to you in a minute. King James died at 58. King James died because he fell off a horse because he was obese. Wait a minute. No, I'm sorry. That was Henry, who was really called Henry the Ape. Sorry, wrong person. Okay. Copper, we have somebody on, and I really don't want anybody to wow. It's a small contract. He's a rookie. Okay. I don't know. Who is La Truth? What are we talking about? Right, because Porzingis we traded. Yeah, see. Well, thanks, LeBron. Yeah, so Porzingis is a big. That's a big. I don't know anything about that player except I think he's the highest paid player on that team, and LeBron is all about his paper wherever he goes. So that is a huge, huge, huge thing. Now, once I start getting to know about if Porzingis is going to be there, you guys saying he's going to be traded, so on and so forth. If Porzingis leaves, then yes, that is more of an excuse for LeBron to go to New York. However, if I can find the soundbite that says LeBron is going to stay in Cleveland this year, because I got one for 2017, but I don't have one for 2018. If I can get that soundbite, then I don't think he's going anywhere until next year. So he is gone. Okay. Kawhi in New York. Right. Really? Okay. Kawhi is in New York. Oh, this is not. Guys, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear. Copper, it's all good, man. You didn't know. I think you wrote it before I told you she was here. Joakim Noah is being $19 million a year. He'll be cut. Joakim Noah is hurt, isn't he? Isn't he the one who got suspended for half a year last year? He got hurt and then he got suspended, and his suspension carried on to the next year, didn't it? He got hurt for he got suspended for 6 games or something like that. So it wasn't half a year, but he got suspended for a bunch of games. He is the best player on New York. No one will pick him up injured. Okay, so you guys are feeling what I'm saying. You're seeing the rhythm. You're seeing the rhythm of the stroke here. As far as LeBron going somewhere, there has to be cap space. And when you have an injured player who's your number one player and your highest paid player, and you know that you can get rid of that person's contract, now you're making this cap space that LeBron needs to go there. Because he's not going to take a pay cut. He's not going to have a stellar year like this. Even if he loses, he's not going to be that deal and then go, yeah, you can Tom Brady me. No, this is just, he's rehabbing in New York. Okay, has he signed any contracts though, LeBron? Because rehabbing in New York is like LeBron James going to watch the LA camp. Remember LeBron did that? He went watch LA camp and everybody was, ooh, LeBron's going to LA. Oh yeah, LA's got cap space. LA made sure they had cap space too. People are really trying to get this dude on their team. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the Unicorn, Bron, Kawhi, Paul George. I can see that. Okay. That's a heck of a team. I might be a little too much. Okay, real quick, Nyla, if you're still there, I watched your video. I'm just going to say this real quick. So, Thomas, George, Kawhi, nice team. Yeah, that's a nice team. I watched your video with the shoe video. All right, so let me just say this. I know you're trying to get 50 subscribers, and I just want to talk at you real quick. I'm still here. For one, if you're going to do a shoe video, do multiple videos and pick one shoe each video, but make sure you know a lot about that shoe and title it what that shoe is. All right, so if you're doing a Nike shoe collection, my Nike shoe collection, boom, this Nike shoe, Nike Air, whatever. I don't wear Nikes. Boom, that should be the title. All right, just want to help out on that. My girl rock on. And Bogey's a free agent too, I think. Who's that? You guys are talking amongst each other. All right, so is Kawhi in New York to play, or is he just there working out or something like that? LeBron will four-peat and win 4 championships in a row from, no, he won't. No, he won't. No, he won't. No. Oh, Cousins. Yeah. Oh, yeah. DeMarcus Cousins. Yeah. No, but it won't go 4 straight. It won't go 4 straight. Who's ever won 4 straight? Did the Bulls win 4 straight? Somebody enlighten me. Who's ever won 4 straight? Everybody's subs to you been exposed. I don't understand what you're saying, Copper. Copper, where are you at, man? What are we doing? Okay, Copper's going somewhere else. Does 4 straight? Yeah. Okay, you're with me. He's not going to win 4 straight. Right. Russell 8 straight. Russell losing 8 straight. Yeah, I'm not trying to hear the 4 straight. But please tell me who has ever won 4 straight. Bill Russell? Who? Who won 8 straight? 7-5 record or 6-6 finals record. Is that a question? Oh, Bill Russell? He won 8 straight? 8 straight titles? 8 straight finals. What? Sugar water. Hold on. That was back in the day. Listen, I just don't think anybody's going to win 4 straight. Sweet Christmas. Celtics hold the record for the most NBA championships won. 11 titles during his 13 years playing career. Well, geez, you went to the finals pretty much every year, bro. You won his first championship with the Boston Celtics. The rookie. Sweet Christmas. Well, I'm impressed, but like I said, somebody tell me who. LeBron is being compared to Bill Russell as going in the final so much. Oh, okay. Yes, different era. And I'm agreeing with you, Desiree. I just can't see that. I can't see the ratings allowing someone to go 4 or 8 straight. I just can't see that. Rating-wise, you guys gotta understand, it's not team-wise for me. It's always about the ratings. So rating-wise, I can't see that. I can see that being very, very boring very, very quickly. 5-8 died 5-8. Okay. Just like LeBron will go to the finals for the rest of his career. James 9-5. Okay. But for the rest of his career, if he plays till he's 40, he's 33, that's 7 years. You're saying LBJ is going to go to the finals for the next 7 years? I say no. That's oh, for the next 5 years, that's highly possible. That's highly possible. That's highly, 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 highly possible. Because I can see him going this year, and I can see him going at least for, okay, if it's 5 years, yes, 7 years is a stretch for me. But for the next 5 years, I can see LeBron James going to the finals. Oh, okay. 4 years. He's going to win 2, 3 more. TN, we're going to say that he's going to win. We all have a consensus on 7 altogether, right? Because he's trying to beat Michael Jordan. He's at 8 straight now. He has 4 more. Yeah, that's heavy, man. 8 straight finals. Yeah, but Bill Russell won 8 straight. He won 11 titles. Bro, that's crazy. You think Bill Russell has 11 rings? That's what you're saying. That's crazy. I don't think he will get 7 rings. Oh, okay. Why? Give me something on that. Des? You want to enlighten? Because he's 33. All right, so everybody, Desiree says LeBron James will not get 7. Copper says he'll get 6. because LeBron James is too old to get 7. Let me go ahead. Is anybody okay? Let me ask you this, Desiree. How many do you think he'll get in his career when it's all over? When his son finally starts playing, how many rings do you think he'll get? Copper says, "Oh, you of little faith." 5. LeBron said 7. Copper can't make up his mind. He's like 6 or 5. Okay, Copper says it's 5. Izzy says 8. I'm going with 7. All right, so let's do a breakdown. Let's do a breakdown of possibilities. All right, let's just say that. How old do you think? Okay, he's 33 now. So how many more years do you guys think he's going to play? He said it with the Heat. Okay, there it is. It's the only way he'll have 7. Okay. Des says he's going to play till 40. All right, so Des, let's take your numbers. Let's take your numbers. I see you, LeBron, but let's take your number, Des. You're saying he's only going to win 5 more titles, but he's going to play till he's 40. So he's going to be like Ginobili and Parker. Okay? So hairline gone. Whose hairline? Oh, yeah, his hairline is gone. I'm about to say my hairline. What happened to my hairline? Have mercy on my hairline. Shoot. Oh, man, what happened? Yeah, but let's take your numbers. So 33 now. He has, according to you, he'll play till he's 40. So that's what, 7 more years? So that's 7 years, and he'll only win 5 more titles. Or he'll only win 5 titles altogether. So he has 3 titles now. So you're only giving him, out of the next 7 years, only 2 of those years he's going to win a title. This is what you think. This is what you're saying, Des. In the next 7 years, he's only going to win 2 more titles. Yes, being realistic. I don't think that's okay. I'm sorry. Let me back that up. That is your reality. Fine. All right. Here's what I think. Since this is all opinion, this is all hyperbole, and nobody really knows the numbers. You know what I'm saying? I think potentially he could win 7. And here's how I think. And here's how I think he can win 7. I think, yeah, he's 33, but he has no major injuries. He's still balling out of control. So there's that. I think if he wins 1 this year, that's 4. Now there's maybe 6 days. Are we going up now? Because I was about to break it down to you how the man of the whole entire, you don't understand the law. Oh, okay. But Dad's going up. Dad went up 6. You sure you don't want to climb another one while you at it? Because in the next 7 years, the greatest basketball player ever is only going to win 2 more titles, Dad. You sure you don't want to climb another one and going up 7? Come on up here and join me. Come on up and join me at 7, Dad. You can do it. You know better than that. You know better than that. Go on there. 1 more. I can't get 1 more out of you. Come. Oh, man. Oh, man, I thought you was cool, man. You know better than that. In the next 7 years, that man he's going to win more than 2 championships. We just know that. He just keeps going to the finals. I mean, statistically speaking, you keep going to the finals. You keep the better chance you have of winning. Look, this is not LeBron in his younger years when they was holding him back. This is LeBron when they're pushing him forward and they're pushing everybody else back. Okay, now this was a younger LeBron where he was getting lost in the playoffs. I'm with you all day. It's not going to happen. But this is an older LeBron who everybody knows he's running out of time. So the refs, the coaches, the GMs on other teams are all pushing him forward. They're shutting their main players down just so he can get in there and turn up the scoreboard. I mean, This is a whole push for this man's legacy to come out to just be something astronomical. So, shoot, 7 is putting it mildly. 2011, 2015, 2018. This, I'm telling you, Tone, football question real quick. Hit it, Des. You got the floor. What you got? What happened next year? He wins. Copper. Not right now. Not with the next year. Not with the next year, Copper. He said, not 6, not 7. LeBron knows as soon he went to the Heat. He said, not 6 or 7. Are my Giants winning? How dare you? How dare you besmirch this chat and invite such lunacy to an organized conversation? How? What did I ever do to you to make you ask such an asinine question about the Giants? about the Giants, one of the most unorganized organizations right now in football. Listen, you would have did better if you asked about San Francisco. You would have did better if you asked about the Buccaneers. I might have had something to tell you. I might have had something to work with. But the Giants, a team that's falling down. Listen, is Paul Pierre still playing for them? Listen, who's their head coach now? Because Coughlin is gone. Who's their head? Let me ask you something. Okay. Let's do this, Des. Des. Can't call you Des. Let's do this. Who's the quarterback? Who's their quarterback? Oh, honey. Oh, honey. Can I give you a hug? Come here, Des. Let me hug you, baby. Don't bring it in. Don't, that's my baby. That's my baby. Des, come on. Did you see him last year? Do you have any of Eli's numbers from that? Did you see his performance from last year? I'm trying to figure out what kind of quarterback he is. He was falling down and people wasn't even touching him. Come on, he's got 2 championship rings. Listen. I'm trying to work with you. Okay, their number 1 receiver, the goofy young dude who keeps going crazy and dances like, he's playing for the, what I'm saying, like he got a little sugar in his blood. The dude who's all on social media. The guy who did the one hand, somebody tell me his name again with the funny hair. That dude has just fallen apart. We don't know what's going on. This is your number 1 receiver. They let Cruz go. Cruz is no longer there. Paul Pierre, I don't think Paul Pierre is even there anymore. Everybody who made them a star, everyone, including the coach that made them a star, is gone. Except Eli. I'm just wondering how they're going to do it. Listen, I don't even think they're going to make it to the playoffs. I'm just waiting for something good to come out of New York now. Tell me, and it's not going to be the Jets. Just tell me how it's going to happen. Just give me some names and tell me that this person that they just picked up in the draft is dynamite. Because then I can ride with you. But what was their record last year? Come on. Work with me, Des. What was their record last year? Oh, Des. Oh. I don't hate on them. NFL is scripted. I don't hate on the Giants. I actually liked the Giants. Cruz was my dude. They released him. Okay. Odell Beckham is nuts now. He was dope. He's nuts. And they're going to get rid of him. Berkeley got Odell Shepard. You have no quarterback. Yeah, Odell is finished. I'm sorry. You have no quarterback. You have no defense. You have no front line. 214. What's 214 mean? No squad. You have no. Cruz was old. Hey, Cruz and Steve Smith. I'm sorry. Well, repost it. Whatever it was. Odell can't get out of his own way. LeBron going to check. Yeah. The NFL is scripted, of course. Pay attention. Cruz was done. Well, okay, I'm paying attention, baby girl. Go ahead. Listen. Cruz was old. Okay, fine. Cruz was old. I give you that. Oh, don't even start it with the underdogs. They ain't always been underdogs. When they was running them Super Bowls, they wasn't underdogs. Tom Coughlin had them boys humming. Of course, Brady's almost finished. But I'm listening to you, Des. Go ahead. You told me to pay attention. I'm paying attention. What you got? Because your quarterback's... I'm not going to do that. You know what I can do for you, Des? Just for you. I can bring up some of his numbers from last year. I mean, if you want to do that. Because all of your starters, all of your superstars, just tell me do you have 2 superstars on there? Maybe 3. Because if we're talking about Pittsburgh, I can give you 3 superstars. I mean, if the Cowboys, oh my goodness, I'm not even going to read that. Listen, the Cowboys would go to the playoffs and that'll be it. The Cowboys had their best chance last year until Ezekiel Elliott got into that nonsense. And then they tried to suspend him for 6 games and only suspended him for 3 games. All right? So even though they have a young quarterback, they have a, young quarterback, they got a young star running back. Listen, I do think they'll get one, but I don't think that'll be next year. I just don't. Yeah, they were still underdogs. Patriots were favored to win in both Super Bowls. All right. All I'm saying is I like the Giants. I liked Tom Coughlin. Heck, I even liked Eli. You know why I liked Eli? Because Eli was quiet. Eli went out there and he played. But Eli showed us a different Eli this year. He's got some kinks in his armor. You know what I'm saying? He was exposed. He was very, very... Let me ask you this. How many rushing yards does Eli have? Because he can't scramble. What's his release time? Because he's not a Dan Marino. I'm just saying. What's his long bomb? What is he doing? Because we know how Tom Brady picks you apart. He throws to everybody except your grandmother. But Eli doesn't have anybody to throw to. If Odell Beckham doesn't get himself together, he doesn't really have a line that's going to protect. His line is kind of looking almost like Cleveland. Okay? The defense isn't going to win you all the games. It's just like, come on. I'm just saying, I hurt for the Giants. I really do. Falcons and Tampa Bay. Look, Tampa Bay is looking good. Look, at the end of the year, Tampa Bay did some moving around, and they started winning. Okay? They won like 4 or 5 games straight. All right? They were just way too out of it. Listen, Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, though. Julio Jones missed a wide open pass. It went right through his hands just like this. It was as if I went out there and tried to play. I can't catch like that. It went right through his hand. I was like, what kind of... You're like the number 2 receiver in the whole NFL. Like, what happened? No. Somebody said the Cleveland Browns will... I got half of mine erase that, but I won't just because I like you, LBJ. Come on, man. Come on, man. The Cleveland Browns, the Dogs. Who's Cleveland's quarterback? I'm sorry. Who are all of Cleveland's quarterbacks? And when I say all, I don't mean 1 to 3rd string. I mean all 1st string, because that's what you are when you play for Cleveland as quarterback. You don't know who's gonna go in there and play 1st string. Who do they have? Who does Cleveland have at quarterback? I tell you a better question. Who's their front line? Because this is the reason why RG3 didn't belong there. And this is the reason why Johnny Football ran out of there. He was like, but no, see. But here's the thing. Johnny Football is exactly what Cleveland needed. But Johnny Football's mind wasn't really there. He's still in college. You know, he still wants to party, and he's got money, so he can do it. But Johnny Football is what they need, because they need a scrambling quarterback, because their line isn't the best. They don't have the best defensive or offensive protection for the quarterback. So they need a scrambling quarterback. So I can understand why they tried to get RG3 and why they really, really went hard for another scrambling quarterback. But the problem is, Johnny Football, he's just not ready. RG3 was already banged up. This is not the 4-4 and the 4-3 RG3 that you were getting. This was the 2-time concussion and, the torn ACL RG3 that you were getting, who was fresh out of rehab. He wasn't scrambling anywhere, and he's really not a step back, drop, let it launch, quarterback. He's a scrambling quarterback. He's a Cam Newton. That's what he is. He's not a Peyton Manning. You know what I'm saying? He's not a Broadway Joe. He's not a Joe Namath. He's not a Joe Montana. Joe Namath is the one that was under investigation, by the way, not Joe Montana. He's not, he's not any of those. You know what I'm saying? And he's not a Dante Culpepper where he can take a hit and bench press the person off of him. He's not a Doug Williams. He doesn't have that big Doug Williams arm that Doug had for the short time that he was in. I'm just saying, RG3 is a featherweight, and as soon as he gets hit, it's kind of over. And then you're going to put him on the Cleveland Browns? The only reason why he took that contract is because he was trying to save what little career he had left. They need a scrambling quarterback all day. Good night. Giants 2019 Super Bowl champ. Thank you. Good night. Well, good night to you, but I don't believe it. Giants got to get more than 2 wins first. Yeah. She's the queen of wishful thinking. You're the queen of wishful thinking. Somebody give me the score of the Cleveland game. Shoot. I'll be the king of wishful thinking. 47-56. 11-58. Who's winning? Cavs up 1. First quarter, Cavs up 56-47. That's not too bad of a spread. Hell, if Cavs can come back by 30, that's not too bad at all. Look, I feel for you. I did like the Giants. Who's their head coach now? Who's their head coach now, Des? You kind of walked yourself into you kind of walked into a hornet's nest of non-believers when you was talking about the Giants winning. It's just like, wait, what? Bahula? What, the Steelers? Oh, the Steelers going to the... I thought you said the Giants, but you meant the Steelers. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, you're right. The Steelers going to the, NFL championship game. Yeah, the Steelers. Because I could have sworn you said the Giants, but you were talking about the Steelers. Oh, you're brand new, aren't you, TN? You're brand new. Everybody welcome TN. TN, you must be brand new. Hey, go Giants. Super Bowl 55 is how many years from now? I don't even know what the last Super Bowl was. Pat Schumer? Okay. And you believe in Pat? Didn't Gruden come back? Gruden came back, didn't he? I don't know who he's coaching for, but Gruden came back. League is starving for a good head coach. Who, Gruden? Hell, it wouldn't surprise me if they went and got Bill Cowher to coach for somebody. I don't know why they got rid of him. I like Bill Cowher. Oh, Bill. Probably just got tired of it. Bill was a good dude. He's going to start falling apart. Do the Eli Manning, just fall on the ground when nobody hits you. People are standing there going, what happened to him? Like, should I touch him? And will he be down if I touch him? Because this guy just fell on the ground. Eli just fell on the ground. Should I just... let me touch this guy's pad just to... You down. Goofball. Ain't nobody hit you. Little lightweight. Take a hit. That's one thing you got to say about Brady. That dude can take a hit. He can take a hit. And everybody knows Big Brother Manning can take a hit. That dude was playing with a messed up spine. He came back in the game like, what's popping? Besides my neck. Okay, he came back in and was just like, let's go. Giants are the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota. You know what? I gotta give it to Minnesota because I didn't think Casey Keenum was going to do that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think they were going to go that far. Vikings got far last. Yeah. I didn't know they were going to do that. Yeah, I understood what you meant. I mean, I was impressed because they were a serious threat. You know what I'm saying? They went deep into the playoffs. You know, as a matter of fact, it was the last round, wasn't it? They went deep into the playoffs. I'm like, go ahead, Casey Keenum. You know what I'm saying? Came out of nowhere, doing things. I wasn't mad at Casey. You know what I'm saying? But are we going to see another miracle in Minnesota this year? Probably not. Vikings are Giants. No, they're not. Vikings are far better than the Giants. NFC Championship game. Ooh, the Vikings? NFC Championship game? Might be division champs. Conference, I don't know. I like some Vikings. And I like the Vikings for one reason. The Vikings are playing Viking defense. You know what I'm saying? You said would take them to 7. Couch 4-0. Hey, what up, Jamie? Biggs, I said who was going to do what? Oh, I said Toronto would take them to 7, but that wasn't a prediction. That was saying statistically. Well, that wasn't even statistically. That was, okay, you guys know when I talk, I like to use statistics, and then I like to use hyperbole. Then I like to say what I really think is going to happen, and then I go, this is how I think a story can end up simply because of these factors. Now, when I was talking about Game 7, I was talking about revenue. I was talking about ad revenue. Ad revenue sense, it makes sense for Toronto to go to Game 7 and lose. That for the ads, it made sense. But that's not a big deal to me, Biggs. That wasn't a prediction, so I wasn't really wrong. I'm saying it made sense for them to go to Game 7. You gotta listen to the way I'm talking to really get my predictions, and then hyperbole in between the two. When I make a prediction, I keep talking about it. I keep saying, I will title a video that way. Yeah, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. So you're wrong when you said Toronto was going to 7. I was trying to, you know what? Think what you want. I'm not going to keep repeating myself. I was trying to explain it to you, but I think you're just going to keep doing the whole over and over and over again instead of understanding what I'm saying. Did I keep titling a video like that? Toronto in Game 7. If you see me keep titling something like that, that is my prediction. Cleveland wins the championship. That's my prediction. So me saying that, they're going to go to Game 7, I was saying because of the ratings. Rating sense, it makes sense for them to go to Game 7. Is it over, by the way? Is the game over? I'm sorry. I thought it was the first or second quarter. What up, Jones? I'm sorry. What is the game over? Did it end just that quick? What up, Ward? Going on, family. How's everyone? Should we just in here hashing stuff? The game's over already? That's what you always say. Rigged for revenue. That's because it's rigged for revenue. Okay, so the game's not even over. Like, Biggs, what are you smoking? The game's not even over yet. You coming on here like it's freaking 11 o'clock at night, and the game is and the ticker tape parade has already started. Cubs up 16. It's not even over yet. I'm like, wait a minute. I thought it was just the second quarter, for Pete's sakes. Anyway, so sweet Christmas, we jumped through time real quick. I'm like, wait, holy smokes, Batman. Jeez, Biggs. Here, man, you need some of this, bro? Here's some aqua for you, bro. Go ahead and take some of that. Sip it on down. Been playing soccer too long, man. Go ahead. Come on, Pele. Go ahead. David Beckham, come on, get some water, Dave. Come on, drink one. Come on, you can do it. Get some of this water, Beckham. All right. Go on and chill down there. Hang out with one of the Spice Girls. There, David. You tripping. You'll back off your theories real fast when someone brings up facts. Oh, sweet Christmas, Biggs. God bless your little soul. God bless you, Biggs. I'm backing off. Biggs, do you think I'm making money off of talking to you people live and talking about the games? Do you think this is a official thing? You think this is a pride thing? You think this right here, us talking and hanging out for hours on end, conversing about a sport that I don't even watch. You think this is some type of what for me? What do you think come on, Biggs, what do you think I get out of this? Just go ahead and speak your mind. You think I get what out of this? Time is now. What up? Who gets the ad revenue if there's a game 7? The NBA. Whoever's ads are playing during prime time. I don't know. I don't watch the games, and I don't have a television. So if you're watching on television and you watch one of the games, a commercial is probably going to pop up every. Okay, so the last time I watched TV, it's one reason why I stopped watching TV. Now I know not to watch you during NFL season. What? Listen, I'm gonna listen, Des, let me hit you off real quick. That's okay if you don't want to watch me during the NFL season, but I'm gonna tell you right now, during the NFL season, I usually make a video saying somebody's gonna win, somebody's gonna lose, somebody's gonna get hurt. Now back to you. That was my theory at first until OKC lost. So yes, that was true. But once again, it was for the ratings. Look, you guys, my main modus operandi is not the games in between the finals. It's not really, I don't really care. When somebody asks me to do a prediction, I go straight to the finals. Okay? So I'm like, so-and-so's going to win the finals. All this other stuff is just whatever to me. If my finals, listen, if what I predict for the finals doesn't come true, then you guys can come on here and say you were wrong. And I'll be like, yeah, I was wrong about the Super Bowl too. I don't really care. Okay? So it doesn't matter to me. But nonetheless, my prediction is for the finals. So I think LeBron James is going to win in the finals. All this other stuff is just kind of fluff for me. All right. Shoot, I was going there with something. Who gets the revenue? Okay, so yeah. So, and it's not, okay. As far as the revenue is concerned, the ad revenue, in an hour and in 1 hour span, ads usually pop up once every 7.5 minutes. Okay? Once every 7.5 minutes. Now, they're doing that because of an attention span. All right? There's a whole method to the madness. So once every 7.5 minutes, boom, an ad's going to pop up. It'll be maybe a short commercial, maybe a long one, depend on the network that you're watching it on. But go watch right now. When you guys watch I'm very confident because I think that LeBron James is going to win the finals. So say what you like. When you guys watch, watch the game now. Somebody tell me, does somebody have the game on right now? Besides listening to Biggs try to berate me every day, does somebody have the game on? Because if you do, and you have a clock or a watch or something with a second hand or minutes or whatever, digital, however, let me know when the next commercial comes up. Hit the clock. 7.5 minutes, you should see another commercial. Just please, can somebody do that for me, just for Big's sakes, so he can try to understand the entirety of what I'm talking about. Can somebody do that? I was right that you couldn't lift 300. Oh, sweet God, Biggs. I'm done. Yeah, but did you see my video on my flat bench today? No, you ain't see that, but you want to talk. And you can't bench a dang thing. You do what? You do what, Des? So, okay, you have the game on. Des, please, when the next commercial comes on, Des, hit the clock. Just boom. Just give us a proximity. It's probably going to be in about 7.5 minutes, 8 minutes, somewhere around there. So the NBA wants game 7. You probably they do. But there is no agreement between the teams to get game 7. I believe that. A commercial is on now. Watch and see what happens. When it all starts back up, and I don't mean start the clock when the commercial, I mean when the commercial starts. I mean right where it ends, boom, and right where they come in, and now we're back, boom, 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 hit the clock. 7.5 minutes is probably going to be another commercial. You want to bet me saying you could? That's because I can't. I know I can. I know I can do it, but you won't bet me, so I'm not going to strain myself for nothing. I know what I can do. Put your money where your mouth is, you'll lose it. You wanted me to count what? Okay, so when a commercial comes on, as soon as it goes off and you see the basketball game start, that's when the clock starts. And you're a young, stupid person to call me scared and old. You're very stupid is what you are. But a game doesn't benefit teams over round. Fatigue, well, yeah, but it benefits the NBA. You're not smarter than me. Obviously, you're not smarter than me because you're on my channel arguing with me about me, a 51-year-old man, not benching a colossal amount of 300 pounds. You're arguing with somebody on a live channel about them benching something that you can't possibly do. And then you make up the excuse that you're some weak soccer player, as if soccer players can't lift weights. You want to go look at that rugby player, that big old rugby player, and tell me he can't, bench press 300 pounds? Like, what's your excuse? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a Desert Storm veteran. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I'm way past your age. Like, get out of here. I don't have time to listen to you. The NBA wants to promote whatever players bring in the most revenue. Exactly. LeBron has been bringing it. Exactly. Thank you very much, Ward. Jeez, at least somebody understands. It's about the ratings, people. It's all about the ratings. It's like, you just can't face the fact when you overstate your abilities and you can't put up the money. I got money, and I'll take your little money. So put your money where your mouth is, and let's see how old I really am. How about that? So the NBA is being, you got some interesting questions. I'm probably going to get off soon to watch the second half. Okay, I just wanted to know about the go get one. Agents being the teams, just being a team tone. And so the NBA is being sorry, to the agents. It is meant to serve. I don't buy it. Sorry, bro. But you know what? Time is now. Let's just see who wins the finals. For the last 2 years, I've been right. Let's just see. What up? What up? Go Cavs. TSM, what up? Let's just see. Let's just see. And we'll just see if you come back and start talking to me. All right? Well, you can barely read these. I can barely see the comments. Got this light in my eyes. I'll tell you what I can barely do, though, Biggs. How about I can barely do this? How about I can barely do this? How about, Biggs, I can barely do, how about I can barely do that, little asshole? Go to somebody else's channel and berate them. I ain't got time for it. Little jerk. Bye. Out of here. Who you going for? Well, I'm Cavs all day. Now, I'm a conspiracy theorist too, but I'm a LeBron fan, so I didn't want to. Oh, so you didn't want to hear it. I'm a conspiracy theorist, but I just think that it's fixed. I've been thinking it was fixed for 25 years, and I stopped watching a long time ago. No, I'm not from Cleveland, but I'm in Ohio, though. I live in Ohio. You know what I'm saying? I've seen LeBron in Cleveland. You know what I mean? I didn't talk to him, but I've seen him there twice. Cool dude. Didn't have this big. You would think wherever LeBron goes, there's this big entourage. Not at all. You would think there's this big ticker tape parade wherever he goes. Not one bit. Bunch of screaming people around. Ha ha, LeBron, blah, blah, blah. Nope. It's not what you see. You see him, by him, maybe, I seen him once by himself. You might see a guy with him, just one of his homies, teammate. I ain't recognize him. You know, you might see 2 or 3 people, but usually when he comes into an establishment, people say, hey, LeBron's in the house sometimes. Then that's kind of it. He goes and he chills in the VIP. There's not a bunch of people all over him. There's just none of that. It's just amazing. It's like people who have a lesser name expect a lot more. But this dude is like the #1 ball player that there is, and you don't see none of that stuff. It's pretty surreal. So the NBA uses its power to force teams to play to Game 7. Oh, time is now. Time is now. I think he's going to stay if he wins. He's going to leave if he doesn't. TSM. Me too. How do the Patriots just so happen to win the Super Bowl right now after 9/11? Yeah, big conspiracy. Okay, time is now. Let's do this. Let's do this because, one, I don't think you're trolling me. That's a good thing. That last guy that I just kicked off my channel, he was trolling me, and I had enough of it. Okay. When it comes to Game 7, you're asking me about the fix of Game 7s. And you're asking me about the NBA making teams play. You got 2 teams. You got Cleveland and you got the Raptors. If you look at the last 3 years, when Cleveland has saw the Raptors in the finals, especially from 2016, they missed 11 straight foul shots. But they went to, did they go to Game 7? I think they did or something like that. But they missed 11 straight foul shots. Okay? And it was so obvious that the NBA did not want them to go to the finals. But nonetheless, the Game 7s are important. Now, obviously, not every team can go to Game 7, not even in the final. How often does that happen? The average of a team going to the final and getting swept in the final, it just doesn't happen that often. But we see that it does, okay? I'm what? You've earned the sub. Got to go. Thank you very much. It's over, Tone. It's over. What's the score? What's your opinion on MJ and the 3-point line? Michael Jordan and the 3-point line? When Michael Jordan left, the NBA lost a lot of money. So this is true. So it was the MJ league. Money does talk. You're right. Of course it does. Sports are rigged, 100%. You doggone right they are. You doggone right they are. Okay, so let's just take the Pacer games. When the Pacers went to Game 7, listen to the way they was talking about, you know, how LeBron in the beginning of the year, and then how they have to do all that shuffling around. And then when you look at the ratings of the Pacer game and all that doubt that was put in there, those ratings were pretty high. But as soon as we get to the Raptor game, the ratings aren't so high. Let's do this. Time is now. Let's do this. Did you think Cleveland was going to beat the Pacers? From Game 1, now you're probably going to say yes, but answer me this. How many games did you think it was going to take for Cleveland to beat the Pacers? Just, we listen to you, not the game, because it's over. Okay. What was the score? What was the score? MJ was promoted. Fly, and they did one here. Paying different era. Less money. Cover true. 6 game. Your max was 5, but it went to game 7. Now let me ask you this: before the Raptors game started with Cleveland, how many games did you think it was going to go to? They didn't want him behind 3-point line. I mean, just how many games do you think it was going to go to? See, you didn't even expect the Pacers to go all 7 games, but they did. They did. And it was kind of exciting that they did. You had some buzzer beaters in there and everything that they did. Now, is it over? Is the Cleveland game over? Can somebody tell me who won and what the score was? See, because if you're looking at, because there's a difference between the Raptors and the Pacers. There's just a difference. And I'm going to tell you what the difference is. The Pacers, you can actually see putting up a fight. Still on 53-69, Cavs up. Okay, thank you. The Pacers, you can see putting up a fight. The Raptors, though, there is no fight. There's just no, look, there's an expectancy of the Raptors to lay down. That's just it. That's just what it is. And that's the effect that's the NBA doing that. The Raptors are way better than the Pacers, but nonetheless, the Raptors are getting their ass kicked, and the Pacers hung in there till game 7. You can't tell me the NBA is not doing some type of mojo to make that happen. You can't, you just can't tell me that. You can't say that the freaking Pacers and the Raptors, okay, you can't tell me that the number 1 seed in the East, which are the Raptors, are worse than the Pacers. You can't tell me that. You cannot tell me that. But nonetheless, the Raptors look horrible right now. And the Pacers went to game 7. The Pacers beat them in 1 game by 34 points. The Raptors have, they were beating them by 34 freaking points. No, you can't tell me that. You can't tell me the NBA is not influencing that. So when you say the NBA is making players go to game 7, when you're saying making, that's like I said, it's an operative word. Like, you know what I'm saying? The aggression in that word, like you guys are going to go to game 7. I don't necessarily think it's like that, but do I think they're influencing it sometimes to go to a game 7? Absolutely right. 100%. Do I think that they have whips at their backs? Nah. But do I think that there's some heavy, heavy influence going on? You doggone right. All day long. It's the 3rd year the Raptors are getting swept. My point exactly. Look at the Pacers. Listen, in 2016, were the Pacers better than the Raptors or the Raptors were better than the Pacers? Who was the better team? Yeah. Who were the better team? The better team, the Raptors. Yeah. The Raptors are a better team than the freaking Pacers. But nonetheless, when the Cavs see the Pacers, it goes to game 7. I think it went to game 7 last year, too. I don't know. One of you guys can look it up and probably tell me. I'm just saying there's something to that. There's something to that, man. So, yeah, is the NBA influencing that? Absolutely. The statistics just don't add up. You don't get a team that's so far better than the other team, but nonetheless, when they play another team, They lose against them for 3 years straight and get their butts whooped. But a worse team plays them till 7, and it's like buzzer beaters all day? No. 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 So there's your answer. Just look at history, and you can find the answer that you're looking for. It's the Lance Stevenson effect. And something like that. Lance Stevenson. Okay, Lance Stevenson, 6'4". They ended up getting rid of Lance Stevenson, and LeBron had a stellar game. And they're just like, oh, he wasn't affecting them that much. He was doing something. And then they sat him down, and LeBron loses his doggone mind. He was doing something. But you can't tell me that Lance Stevenson's squad, with Oladipo, is way better than, those guys they got out there in Canada. Heck, they had Tracy McGrady at one point. I'm just sorry. It just doesn't work like that. Not for 3 years straight. Our taxes, Caleb. I go to work and LeBron takes away my taxes just so he can sweep in the NBA. I don't know where your taxes go. But I know that time is now. Asked a really good question that made me think, made me, dig deep into some numbers. But a lot of the information that I give you guys can just go look it up and look at it. Let's look at the numbers. Look at the game numbers. You can pull up all those game numbers and look at them and start comparing them from one year to another. And you can find every answer that you guys ever asked me. Every single one. We'll be like, oh, this happened in 2016. This happened in 17. This happened in 2018. And it all looks the same. It's like this is the same thing that happened each year. Pourquoi? Like, why is the same thing happening each year? Rhythmatically. It's a rhythm. It's a play. It's a script. It's the same thing. It's the same thing happens each year. I did a video called The NFL is Fixed. This is for you. Time is now. If you're still on. I did a video called The NFL is Fixed, but nobody told Ryan Tannehill. And it is a very good illustration. It's on my channel. The NBA is fixed, but nobody told Ryan Tannehill. It's a very good illustration of the way I think that all these sports are going and who's influencing them. Well, I'll try to find a link for you guys. Man, that guy was huge. Ronnie Coleman was a big dude. Now he looks like a shriveled up mushroom. Oh, Ronnie. Ronald Coleman. Sad he looks the way he does. It's like, ugh. I mean, you, bro. What are you smoking? Bang, boom, bang, boom. Ah, man. I'm glad I got rid of that guy. It was pissing me off. I'm too old to be wrestling with you guys. I'm not interested in the hard-headedness. Don't mess with me. Don't like me, just run out. Don't mess with me. This makes no sense. I mean, it really doesn't. That's a good question. What did I eat for dinner? All right. I was trying to put the link on here, but this is the title of it. So if you copy this and go and listen to the title and go and put it in there. Who tone? Who what? I always have wondered if these balls have chips in them. I don't know about the chips, but there has been some theories about metal rims. Tone, what did I eat? Okay. There was some fish here. It was good too. Had like a breading in it. Here's some like potatoes here. Here's some green beans. I had the same thing yesterday. And then I had, these are carrots. Well, here's some potatoes right here. And for dessert, I haven't eaten yet. It's like a coffee cake. So that's for dessert. Oh, look at you. Yeah, it's like a cheesy coffee with a little icing, a little spritz. I mean, drink it with my water. Talk about the Nephilim. Everybody's going to leave. Well, there's only 4 people on. I start talking about Nephilim, everybody's leaving. You'll be the only person here. We need to call each other. Nobody wants to hear about the Nephilim. But, Copper, since you did ask me, what I am going to do is I'm going to do a live titled The Nephilim. Now, I was reading in the book of Deuteronomy, and they were talking about the Nephilim and all that, and I'm not about to get into it, guys. I'm going to stick with sports. But the next live I do, I'm going to have my Bible out and everything, and we're going to go through it, and then I'm going to do some, I'm going to do it all for you too, bro. So if you're the only person that's on, that's going to be fine with me because I'm going to direct the conversation straight to you just because you asked me to do it. So I am not blowing you off. I'm just going to stick with the sports theme until the game is over. And then I'm going to, so there's that. David and Goliath. Yep. Water, the real water. Alkaline. Yeah, this is true. Alkaline water. Even though I haven't drinking it yet. Steelers, Panthers, Super Bowl. Go Steelers. What's up, Ward? I think Carolina gets its first. Carolina should have had its first, except when Manning brother was in the way. And all that ridiculousness. I like the deep subjects, Tones. Really? Okay. Who is your pick for the finals? Oh, you must be new around these parts. you must be new around these parts. Yeah, Cleveland all day. Cleveland from the beginning of the year. So whenever I make my picks, I make them at the beginning of the year. I don't do the whole flip-flop. And if I lose, I lose. I'm just like, didn't work. I am Cleveland all day. All day. Who's your pick? You guys be putting me on Front Street. Who's you guys' pick? I know some of you pick, but RRDC99, I don't know what your pick is, and you're not on my list. Let's see. Do I have you on my... Yeah. Let's see. Are you on here? No. Open. That's a big fat no. You're not on any of these. So I don't know what your pick is. I know what these 25 guys' picks is. And I know if, wait a minute. Let me look at this. Because I'm looking, let me see. Cheesy for jittles. See, Jungle Boy isn't on, but if is the game over yet? Cheesy for jittles. I tell you what, LeBron is my second favorite player, but my first is Westbrook. And I don't think it's going to be Cavs versus Warriors. No, it's not. It's not going to be Cavs versus Warriors again. That's boring. But if the Cavs win tonight, I just won me $10. So you guys, I do take $10. You know, I wasn't doing this before, but I will bet you guys like a pizza. So like a little $10 pizza, I will do that. So if you guys, you know, feeling like you want to, you know what I'm saying, you want to go up against, you know, my hair. Allen Iverson's my dude. Yep, Allen Iverson. You guys want to go up against the knowledge that is within my hair. If you want to go up against the hair and feel like you got $10 in your pocket that you want to, okay, put your money where your mouth is. Now, we already had one dude lose on here, and he ain't want to pay up. Just saying, if you lose, you don't pay, I'm just going to get rid of you off the channel. Not a big deal. There's plenty of other channels. But I ain't having that. Because if I lose, I'm just going to pay you. If you don't have a PayPal and you want to do this, get yourself a PayPal because I don't want to send stuff to your house. I don't want to know where you live. I don't want to know where you work. Just get a PayPal and I'll send it to you. Cheesy for jail. LeBron is having his best get. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. That's what's up. Yeah. You're feeling the vibe, 99. You feeling the vibe. You're just like LBJ breaking records. All right. My man he ain't just playing ball, he's breaking records. Man, that was some good fish. I got it from Kroger's too. Do you guys fish? You go down and catch fish out of the river? I used to fish. I wasn't bad at it either. I used to make my own fishing rods and bow and arrow. You guys ever shoot bow and arrow? I've been shooting the bow and arrow since I was 8. Ugh. When I say shooting bow and arrow, I mean I was hunting. I was hunting rabbits, squirrels, and pigeons and eating them. So we would skin them and all that. Yeah, we was live with it, man. Go out in the woods, me and my stepdad. He'd go chase one down. Like some Indians. Out there getting it. Out there getting it, man. Heck yeah. We was hungry. We had no food. Uh-huh. Nope. Probably wasn't. I don't think anybody's playing like LeBron at that age. Dude is amazing. Amazing, man. Let me check the score. Cheesy for Jim. If somebody's going to owe me some money. $70 to 91 in third quarter. Oh, man. That ain't looking too good. That dude probably ain't gonna come back to the channel. He's probably gonna be out. He's probably gonna be straight up out of here. He's gonna be like, yeah, I'm not going back to your channel. Come on, bro. It's only a pizza. It's over. Down by 21. It's like, yeah. In the third, I don't know. Yeah, they're blowing them out. They're going to give Bron that rest. I said it can go either way. I was like, They could rest him. He needs it. I think when he said he was tired after the Pacers series, that was it. That was it. It was like, oh. I'm the Now TV. Everything in real time. Maybe I need to start putting on a suit and tie and have my own theme music. You can forget that, 99. 99, you are a guy, aren't you? I'm only asking that because, you know, when a woman's on, we like to keep things. Okay. Because I think you're new. And when a woman is on, we like to. No, I didn't ask you that because of anything in particular other than I never seen you before. And when a young lady is on, we like to be very, very respectful. And when she's not on, these guys can say what the heck they want as long as it doesn't offend me. I don't offend that easy. But when a young lady is on, you know, we keep it PG-13 because sometimes I have like, there's an 11-year-old girl who likes LeBron. She's a huge LeBron fan. So she'll get on here and chat it up, but I think she's in bed now. And then there's a 17-year-old who will get on here and chat it up sometimes too. And I don't let nobody curse when those young ladies are on. So I'm just checking, bro. Sixers need, and I thought you were a guy anyway, but just like to, you know, put the rules out there. You know what I'm saying? Sixers need Dr. J. Park the Iris and back. All them old guys ain't going to do a doggone thing. Not nothing. Did Barkley play for the Sixers? Huh. Big old Charles Barkley. He was thick when he was a big man. Did Charles Barkley slam dunk? I just know he was big. Well, it's not sad. That's not sad. How's that sad? They made it to the second round of the playoffs. They were nothing 2 years ago. Nobody was talking about the Sixers 2 years ago. Heck, last year, they just started getting a little buzz when they got Simmons and Embiid. 2 years ago, they were the worst team in the whole league. They make it to the second round of the playoffs, and that's sad? I don't think that's sad at all. Yeah. Yeah, I'm down with the Sixers. But I don't think what just happened to them was sad. I think welcome to the real world. You know what I'm saying? This is where the rubber meets the road. You just came up against a squad who've been battling it out to stay in the playoffs for the longest time. Like I don't see nothing sad about what happened to them because truthfully, I think their growing pains are just gonna. I mean, it has just begun. That's the way I'm looking at it. Listen, I don't think there's anybody out there, especially on my channel, who's like, boo, Sixers. Everybody wants to see the Sixers triumph. This is why everybody's hoping that LeBron goes to the Sixers. We want to see the Sixers do what they're doing. But I don't feel not one lick of sad for them. Made it deep into the heck no. They were the worst team in 2016. The worst. That was it. They were bottom of the barrel. Now you're in the second round of playoffs. And you got 1, 2, 3 superstars-ish. Nah, college ball is way easier than real league. The whole squad is almost under 20. Yeah. It's just like these guys have a dynasty. They're sitting on a dynasty if they stay healthy. Everybody's looking at the Sixers to go big. Every single person out there in basketball fandom knows the Sixers is about to win a title. It's just too obvious. It's way too obvious. They're about to get one more clutch player, and they're about to be a dynasty. It is what it is. They're about to be a dynasty. I would feel more sorry for the Lakers because they look pitiful and they had a hopeful. He ain't too much of a hopeful anymore. You know, I might feel a little sorry for Dirk Nowitzki because they not doing nothing out there. You know, I might feel a little sorry for maybe Phoenix. I tell you who I feel sorry for, the Blazers, because you just got swapped in the first round. Oh my goodness, please don't do that. You from Philly? Well, you're from Pittsburgh. You're from Pennsylvania, but what part of Pennsylvania? I was born in Ohio and I was raised in Pittsburgh. Where are you at? Where you from? Philly? Dilly. Yeah, I was raised in Pittsburgh. In the hood. Yeah, everybody wants to see Philly do their thing. They talking to Dr. J? Doing interviews with Dr. J? Dr. J, I'm surprised he ain't doing the Eric Dickerson and showing up on the sidelines. except Eric Dickerson got into it with the head coach. He's like, I'm never coming back as long as Jeff Fisher is on. As long as Jeff Fisher is the coach. Guess what happened to Jeff Fisher? He got fired. Oh, Harrisburg. Yeah. Chocolate factory. Harrisburg is where Hershey's is. I knew a chick who was from Mount Airy. You know anything about Mount Airy? It was a chick I was in the Army with. She was from Mount Airy. Scared the hell out of us. She was cute too. Little Italian babe. We was all like, oh, she hot. Always talking to her young Army boys, chatting it up. She's like, yeah, I'm from Mount Airy. We was like, wait, what? What? You mean Pennsylvania? And she was like, yeah. As in Mount Airy Lodge, as in beautiful Mount Airy, like, yeah. We was all kind of looking at her like, really? What's your last name? Let's just say that nobody hit on her after she told us that. That was it. And she was a runner, too, and we were all runners. Nobody ran with her. She tried to hit on one of the guys. He was like, nope, I am okay. She told her what her last name was, and she was a lonely chick after that. She couldn't talk to none of us. We was like, heck nah, we good. We all right. You know, you cute, though. Deuces. Hit her with the Chris Brown pick. Yes. You know what, Dad? You left me hanging. You didn't tell me. I was going to be on the whole game anyway. You didn't give me the information I was looking for in the commercial. You just dipped. I was like, well, Des doesn't love us anymore. Cavs up by 20. I know. I had to check the score myself and give me the truth. Copper truth, keeping us abreast. DeRozan just got it. Oh, that's it. That is it. I just won $10. I just won $10. Thank you very much, DeRozan. That's it. They don't stand a chance. Woohoo! Thank you very much, Des. You all right with me, Des? Bringing me that good news. That's why. This is so predictable. Des, you stopped watching the game when DeRozan got ejected. You were like, oh, that's it. You guys are down by 20. DeRozan just got ejected. We did one of these numbers. I'm not watching this. I'm not watching this fakery anymore. What'd you do? Throw the popcorn at the TV like, ah! You did you do an Aisha Curry? Des, you did an Aisha Curry. When you saw that, you were just like, you start tweeting out, the NBA is fixed for ratings or money. I don't know which one. Or both. Yeah, he just got a stat for that too. The Frozen, no doubt. Oh, that's a mistake. That's a mistake. Tony Tell It Like It Is said that the Cavs were going to lose. He said that the Cavs are going to lose to freaking Raptors. I was like, what? Where'd you get that information from? And I actually titled one of my videos, Tony Tell It Like It Is said, and then he went and copied it and put it in his video line. And I'm just like, okay. I mean, I did use your title, so. And that's only because somebody was like, Tony Tell It Like It Is said. And I was like, all right, well, let's see. But he's a Gematria dude. My hairstyle, people, man. Everybody been on my hair. My neighbors love my hair. Warriors lead 3-1. That's over with if you ask me. Listen, I am surprised that the NBA is letting all these teams just go like this. I'm surprised they're not getting that money. I don't know what's going on. I really, really, really have no clue on what, I mean, I can see some end results, but they're losing so much money by these teams just obliterating other teams. It's just the amount of money that they're losing is just through the roof. I just don't know what to think about this. I'll put it to you like this. If this would have happened when I first stopped watching basketball, I would have still believed that it wasn't fixed. If the end results that I see right now would have happened 25 years ago, I would have been like, man, the NBA isn't fixed. You need a superstar team. And this is why it was such a bad idea for KD to go there. Because now you don't need a big three. Remember everybody had a big three? The big three was it. Because remember, LeBron had his big three when he went to Miami and they won 2 championships. Wade, Bosh, and and everybody else were supporting actors. You know what I'm saying? Golden State had a big three. Green, Curry, and who was it? Maybe Thompson. But Golden State has always had a strong bench, even without him. No one believes. No one believes what? You needed Houston to come out the West. You need Houston to come out of the West. Oh, baby, I have a whole list of people who believe Houston's going to come out of the West. You're in the right place. Because collectively, the majority of people on this list say Houston's going to come out. This is for my gift card. I'm giving my $25 gift card. These are all the people for my $25 gift card who I started it before the playoffs started. So around the middle of the year, I was like, I'm giving away $25 if you guys want to bet. Nah. The majority of people on this list have either the Warriors or have the Rockets, but the majority of them have the Rockets. The majority of them. Let me check, Martin. Martin. Wow, 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 wow. Martin fell in love with the wrong girl. Tika ain't want nothing to do with him, and he lost his doggone mind over Tika. Running around the middle of the street. Tika! Boy! Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. You guys know what the score is? 106-76. 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Oh, this is just horrible. Shannon Sharpe is going to lose his mind. I was reading 10 minutes left, but he's going to lose his minutes. Shannon Sharpe is oh my goodness, this is an ugly sweep. Oh my sweet goodness. Oh my goodness, that's terrible. Yeah, I love Shannon Sharpe, man. That's my dude. He went on and he put out a let me see if I can play it while you guys are on. He's on YouTube. He was just my hand. Shannon Sharpe is like the best for me. He's the best out of all of them, if you just ask me. I like Colin Cowherd, but Shannon's just real. And every time he gets on his YouTube, he's always talking about hen. I'm about to sip this hen right here. Like, why do people sip hen and then it's like something for everybody to admire? I just sip some Henny. No ticker tape parade? Okay. Stuff is terrible for you. I just sipped some water. Hooray. No, I did something that was good for me. No, nothing. I get nothing. I get laughed at. Okay. Oh, boy. I got to do something bad to get some credibility around here. Nobody loves me. I get no love because I don't sip hen. You sip Henny? Oh, my God. Marry me. Get out of here. Raggedy. I don't want to sip no doggone Henny. Shannon Sharpe. I can't find it. I don't want to get buried into it. Oh, what I gotta love Skip. Skip is such a company man. Skip is the company guy. What up, Jay? Skip Bayless is the company guy. That's who he is. He gives them business all day long, doesn't he? I love it too. He'd be like, come on, yeah. Come on. You know how his chin go all the way this way. Come on, yeah. Yeah. DeRozan got kicked out the game, yeah. Come on, yeah. You ain't really think the baby dinosaur was going to win, do you? Come on, kid, baby. It's like, Shannon, what happened to your chin? Come on my chin. Come on, dear. It's just the way I chew the cud. But Skip will never give LeBron credit. Oh, Skip. Skip is a company man. He's supposed to do all that. He's supposed to do all that. Des, you still here? Des is my girl. Des, I got a question for you. She probably left. She's in and out. Oh, okay. She's here. Who did you say you wanted to win? I know you're a LeBron fan. So who did you say you wanted him to play against? You wanted him to play against Houston? Or you think he was going to play against Houston? Or you want him to play against Houston, but you think he's going to play against Golden State? Okay. That's who you think is going to go to the finals. Houston. All right. Who would win in Oh my goodness, man. Skip is like a lightweight. That dude lifts weights too, man. You know how tired I would get in mud wrestling? I would be exhausted so fast. You guys, I'm almost 270 pounds. I'm 6'2", 270. Okay, I'm fat, all right? I'm just strong. I'm fat, though. So when it comes to endurance, no. Now, if you talking about pulling something through the mud, I'll probably get him. But anything other than that, I'd be exhausted so fast. I got a terrible back and I got terrible knees. Nah, bro. Who doesn't? Well, once again, you're at the right channel because we all believe Golden State is going to lose. We believe Golden State has to lose. Yeah. You're back, Copper, Broham. Yeah. Copper, what's the best time to go live for you? Oh, people you know. Oh, okay. Well, they need to become subs over here because they're gonna get disappointed real quick. No, Copper. What's the best time? I'm trying to acclimate myself around your schedule. So you and I can talk about the Rephaim and the Inman and all those guys. Golden State. Yep. Okay. I'm the only one that thinks that Zaza Pachulia should be banned. Okay, that's a weird statement. Should be banned from the NBA for pretty much in Kawhi Leonard's career. No, there's a consensus on that. There's a consensus on that. He did something to him. He did something to him. And we still don't know what it is. We don't know what it is. Yeah, but he put him out for a year. You know what? You guys are like, he'll be back, and he's not done. He's faking it. He's gonna go to. Let me ask you guys something. Do you know how much Kawhi Leonard's supposed to get paid this year? You know what his contract was supposed to be? His new contract, not the old one he's in now. His new contract was over $200 million. So there's a strange dichotomy here. It really is. You got somebody who's not playing, but they got a huge payday coming up. Huge. But here's the thing. You're not playing. Nobody knows what's wrong with you, including you, and you've been checked out so many times. But you're not playing. You don't even show up for the freaking playoffs. It's like you want nothing to do with this team, but you're getting ready to get a huge contract from this team. If you go to another team, guess what? You might not get that big of a contract because they're seeing what you're doing now. So do you see how weird this is? It's like, why wouldn't you play if nothing's wrong with you? Why wouldn't you play for a team where you're the superstar, according to Tony Parker, who's upset at Kawhi? You're the superstar. And you're about to make all the – it just – something's not adding up to me. He may be faking it, but something's not adding up to me, people. Something's very, very wrong with this picture. I think something's wrong with Kawhi's head. I'm just telling you now. If he goes to another team, I just don't think he's going to get that max pay. I'm sorry. Maybe if he goes to the Lakers, he might. He might get that max pay at the Lakers. But I'm telling you, everybody's seeing what he's doing. Everybody. Listen, same thing happened with D. Rose. D. Rose was making $48 million before he got in trouble with that girl that he did not rape. Okay? His little friends was having fun with her, but he didn't do it. You know what I mean? Come on now. Not unless you go after the big fish. Okay, we get it. But $48 million, you're at the top of your game. No. And your last contract was $2 million for Cleveland? And now I don't know what he's getting paid for the T-Wolves. Something happened to D. Rose. Something happened to that dude where when he got hurt, he was like, I'm not coming back. And they were begging D. Rose to come back. He was like, no. He didn't even show up. Listen, D. Rose did something I ain't never seen a player do. He didn't even show up to sit in the doggone stands. Nobody knew where this guy was. Like, I've never seen that. 48 mil and you the MVP and you don't even show up to support your team. No, man, something happened to that dude. There was a breakdown that happened and I'm telling you the same thing happened to Kawhi Leonard. Do not be surprised if the next 5 years Kawhi Leonard is playing on 5 different teams. I'm just going to put it out there. Do you remember the last year when Kawhi was playing against the Warriors in the playoffs and they were beating them by 20? I think the Warriors are so lucky this season. I tell you what, when they lost Kawhi, Popovich was livid. He was just like, what? Yo, I think there should have been some type of financial punishment for Zaza, but they didn't do anything. Wednesday night. What's going on at Wednesday night at 8 p.m.? Okay, yeah. Okay, let me write that down. Took you a while. I forgot all about it. So Jungle Boy owes me $10. He owes me $10. I told you guys, man, don't do that. And make sure you remind me too. Wednesday night at 8. Wednesday night at 8, I'm going to go live. I'll have my Bible out. And we'll go through the book of Deuteronomy and we'll talk about the giants that you want to talk about. So it's not just going to be me flinging around words. There'll be something so you can go and trace back what I'm saying. And that way you can follow the conversation and look in the Bible and, go back and reference it all. So you can get your own perspective of what's saying, and then what I'm actually going to do, if I don't forget, is I'm going to pull up a map. So I'm not going to be able to read all your comments, like I'm doing now, but I'm going to pull up a map. But I'm going to pull up a map from probably around 500 BC. So the map is going to look different. And then I'm going to go talk about Africa, Asia, the Caucasus Mountains, Mount Seir, because that's where a lot of them were at that time. So we're going to do the whole thing right. I don't think it's a breakdown. I think his uncle are strategically doing this. Well, they're strategically about to lose a lot of money. He has no loyalty. And I'm telling you, look, I don't care who's doing what. Loyalty means something. Look at the Lakers. When the Lakers got into that fight and Lonzo Ball turned around like nothing was going on, they jumped down his throat. They're like, yo, if one of us fights, we're all in, buddy. Like, we don't care who you are. You better get over here with your long face. He's the one person you can actually walk up to and go, why the long face? Because he has a long face. Okay? But it's just like, look, long face, you better get over here, and act right. What up, Tony? What up, Panda? Estrada, P. Estrada. Looks like the play is playing. I had a feeling that 76ers would win and Cavs would win. LeBron went. Did the 76ers win? Will get his rest. LeBron will get his rest. And that is the game, isn't it? The 76ers win. The Cavs win because in the script, if LeBron is resting now, which he can do before he sees the Cavs, you have to have somebody else who's going to carry the ratings, right? Yeah. So for somebody else to carry the ratings, you have to have another narrative. You can't just go, okay, Celtics blow out the Sixers. It's just like, no, there has to be another storyline because there's no more LeBron. Let's do something. Boom, here's your storyline. Simmons and yada, yada, yada. Yeah. That's the plan. So it's working. You know what I mean? It's all going according to plan, and they're going to build them up. Listen, I told y'all, I think it's going to go to. I think it's going to go to Game 7, but I really don't care if it doesn't. So like I said, if I don't title a video that this is going to happen, then it's not a prediction for me. But it makes perfect ad sense. So I find the whole Drake fiasco funny and fake as hell. Damn ratings. I tell you, Tone, okay, for one, listen, I'm sorry, but Drake is corny to me. He makes good music though, but he as a person, he's just trying so hard to be something he's not. He just not. Like okay, so he takes one of the best songs. He took a really good song. What was that? When Hotline Bling. Hotline Bling was Drake. I was like, yeah, Drake, that's you, a corny dancing, no dancing dude who's got a bunch of women. I understood Hotline Bling because that's your life. Like, that's why that song was so on point, because Drake, we get it. You got a bunch of beautiful women around you. We all know you date a bunch of beautiful women and you can't dance. Totally get it. Totally. But that other song he had with the girl tied up and him and his crew were a bunch of gangsters and they went and got a bunch of guns and shot up the place and it was like a love song. What was it? I pulled up this dude. I'm not going to play it though because of copyright reasons. What was that song? It was another sing-songy song. with his singing song himself. It's like, Drake, what are you doing? You rapping? You singing? What are you doing, Drake? I don't know. I'm confused. Oh, anyways, I don't want to play it but it's just like millions in Toronto just as and yes, I'm coming home. Hold on, I'm coming home. I'm like, what does that have to do with you pulling out a Uzi and killing folk who kidnapped a girl while she was in her underwear? I understand you wanting to kill somebody for kidnapping the girl in her underwear, but how does this song match it? I expected Scarface to pop out of nowhere. Like, you never seen a man cry till you seen a man die. You know what I'm saying? Like, Drake, when did this happen? When did you become a gangster? Hold on. If I'm reading this, it's too late. Drake, when did Drake become I don't follow TMZ that much, but I will look at World Star every day, and I swear, I know I'm old, because I completely missed that memo where Drake, just because he lifts a little weights, all of a sudden is a gun-toting, rootin' cowboy. Like, listen, Drake, we know who you're really loyal to. We know the crew who you really run with, but you're not really a part of them. Them boys from Houston, they're your masters. Like, that's what they do. You're not the tough guy, Drake. We know who the tough guy is in your clique, and it's one person. Okay? Everybody else is just kind of following under his coattails, and that includes you. So you might want to cut it out, because you're acting tough because you know who has your back. And we all know who has your back. All right? Nobody wants anything to do with this guy. Nonetheless, that's not you. Cut it out. It's about to be our turn again soon. Woo woo! Lakers going to the playoffs next year. I don't know where you got that from. Yeah, Drake, cut that out. That's just like me going out and trying to just do something I totally can't do and trying to fit in. You know, I tried to have a conversation with an 18-year-old the other day, her and her mom. We were just sitting around talking. You know, they're my neighbors. She's 18. Her mom is like my age, and they had a little baby. And I walked over there and was talking to the baby. And then her mom walked in the house with the baby. And the daughter I left because I don't know how to talk to an 18-year-old. I tried to, I was like, yeah, so I think I'm going to go. Yeah. Because I don't know. I'm not going to go to the club where there's a bunch of 18-year-olds. Because I will look like a sore, I will stand out like a sore thumb. And that's exactly what Drake is doing. He's standing out like a sore thumb, like, you look ridiculous. Nobody is looking at you, Drake, and going, oh, yeah, we're all afraid of Drake. Only person that's afraid of Drake is Meek Mill, okay? You don't want nothing to do with him when it comes to rap battle. Is that your girl's tour or your world tour? That's the toughest thing you ever said. Get out of here. Like, bro. Yeah, the Mickey Mouse Club. Yeah, I'm not going to be, I look completely stupid out there. Be like, whose granddad is out here? You're a little whippersnapper. Yeah, I just got up and walked away. And took the baby, and mom went in the house. I was gone. You know. It's not. I had nothing. I really did. I had nothing. Because I don't listen to the music they listen to because it's crazy. You know, I like Cardi B's Instagram, but I don't like Cardi B's music. I can't do it. Offset and them, I don't know what the heck Offset is saying. They offset all right. I'm like, wait a minute. I listened to one song they had, and it started off like this. And I think this happened all through the song. It went, woo, 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 woo. I was like, no. I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to listen to this song. I'll tell you the one song I did like. I did like Panda. But you need a whole thesaurus to break down what that song is saying. Yeah. I was like, what is Offset saying? What are all of them saying? Whatever they're saying, the song went #1 in the country. But Panda, I did like that song. You know, I did like that song. I liked about the first 2 seconds of it. I got cars in Atlanta, credit cards in Atlanta. And after that, I have no idea what he said, but the beat is so killer on that song. So, yeah. No souls or feeling, no nothing. No nothing. I need help. When it, you know, next time I hear one of these ridiculous songs, I'm gonna knock on my neighbor's door. Hey, can I get your daughter to listen to this for a second and go ahead and translate? Because you need a translator now. And what are they saying? Oh, ain't your mama on the pancake box? Oh, that's the new translation? Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, it's crazy. So, okay, so Cleveland won. Is it over? Is it over? Did we win? Cleveland won, and oh my God. 93, well, at least they had 93 to 128. They beat them by 30 something. So, okay, you guys, LeBron James is going to rest. He's probably on his way to go see his wife right now after the celebration's over. And everything is going to script, you know. And I guess what we'll talk about tomorrow, if you guys want to chat it up tomorrow, it'll probably be the Celtics. You know, chat it up and see what's going to happen with them. And, you know, it looks like a Game 7 type of deal. It looks like a Game 7 type of deal. But hold on, let me look at something real quick. Let's do this now. Let's see. Jazz plays tomorrow. Jazz and Rockets. You know what? I'm gonna say this now. I don't think the Jazz are gonna lose tomorrow. I think they're gonna win. I think Jazz are gonna win tomorrow. This is just throwing stuff out there. Pelicans, Warriors. It's tomorrow also, right? I thought somebody else played today. Huh. Oh, the Sixers. The Sixers played, right? And the Sixers won. Okay, so in the West, so, okay, the Pelicans can get knocked off and the Jazz can get knocked off because each of them won one game. So here's what I'm going to say about that. The way I'm looking at the way they're doing things and the narrative that they just created, I'm going to say that the Pelicans are going to get knocked off tomorrow. So I could be wrong, but I'm going to say that if I'm right, if the Pelicans get knocked off tomorrow, man, it's just going to be so obvious that what's going on, people. It's like, it's sad. If a guy who doesn't watch the games is getting all these games right, it's just sad. So I don't mind being wrong, but I say the Pelicans lose tomorrow, and I say Jazz wins tomorrow. As a matter of fact, I say Jazz and Rockets go to Game 7. Yeah, or at least Game 6. Jazz and Rockets at least Game 6. So I say Jazz wins the next 2. Yeah, I'm going to throw that out there. Jazz wins the next 2. Pelicans lose, or I'm sorry, yeah, Pelicans lose tomorrow. I watched the vid. I watched the vid on music industry, and man, it's as industry a lot of the whole homosexual movement. Yeah, I think it will be the Celtics. Jazz have I don't understand what that means. Estrada. I think all the team advance next game. I think that's a waste of money if they all advance next game. I think one team advances. I think the Warriors advance next game. Wait a minute. Let me think about that again. Hold on a second. All right, let me change that. Because now I'm not clear. Now that I'm thinking about it. Okay. Here's what I think. I think that I think it's going to go like this. I don't know whether it's going to be the Jazz or Rockets or the Pelicans or the Warriors. Okay, good AdSense would keep Steph Curry in front of, to make up the money that they're losing because LeBron's. So the Pelicans would be the choice of winning the next two games. But I just can't. I can't really digest that. That's why I was like, they're gonna. I'm gonna stick with where I'm at. It makes good AdSense, but the NBA isn't playing up to what I'm thinking too much anymore as far as the in-between games. But I think the Pelicans are going to get wiped out tomorrow. I just do. I think Jazz and the Rockets, they may go to Game 6. So, yeah, I'm going to stick with that. I'm sorry I haven't been reading you guys' comments. So what is ready? Ready to move to the conference finals? Well, it doesn't behoove them to move so quick. Cleveland 4-0 swept. I know, Malcolm. Isn't that crazy? We already know the NBA is sad. Yeah, it is sad. No way Rockets going to Game 7. Never said that. I said Game 6. That series is over. So much talent controlled by the elite. Definitely. What a Pelicans. You know what? I'm leaving it alone. No idea why they called them that. Why did they call them that? Why did they call them the Pelicans? Who's afraid of Pelicans? Well, I guess a lot of Pelicans, but they eat fish whole. I don't know. That's kind of scary. Rockets are going to win 4-1. Okay. Look, one or the other. I don't think both teams are going to get wiped out. It just doesn't make good AdSense to me. But they have to make that money up somewhere. That's the whole West. I just don't think it's going to happen. One of those losing teams is going to win a game tomorrow. Let me say that. Western Conference is always hard to call. One of those teams is going to win. I'll bet somebody a pizza on that. I don't know which team it is. But one of those teams is going to win tomorrow. I don't think that both teams are going to go out. I think that what happened in both conference finals will go 7 to make up the money. Yeah, it is. Kane. I think the NBA quickly wants Warriors Rockets series to start. So that the series will go to Game 7. Why would they quickly want to do that, Red? Why quickly? I don't think they want to be so quick. Look, the faster they go, the more money they lose. They don't make no money when they're off the air, Red. Yeah. 3 round, 2 Western games have been boring to watch. Well, yeah, dropping ratings. So you're saying they want the boost in ratings. Okay, I'll buy that. I'll buy that. I know when the headline blinked, I'm glad they got rid of Drake. Another reason why I think they got swept is because of Drake. Drake got into it with one of the Cleveland players. They're not having that. Hey, 10-1 says Drake won't be on the sideline next season. You can't fight with people. That's bad for business. And stand right there in front of everybody. He's not a big shot. He's not. I think he outlasted his welcome. I really do. I think he outlasted his welcome. I think that was a big mistake for Drake to be on the floor and play the mascot and then to nearly get into an argument with somebody. And the guy say, leave me the F alone. I think that was a huge mistake. Drake didn't want no parts of, Kendrick Lamar. A couple of years ago out of L.A. Little Kendrick, man. Little Kendrick is dynamite. That little dude is dynamite. He is something else. Stand up, drink. Sit down, drink. DNA and my... yeah. Kendrick is dynamite, man. Stand up, drink. Sit down, drink. I like that little dude, man. Yeah, he's doing stuff that he's doing what all rappers should do, but they're just not as good as he is. He's very smart in the way he picks and chooses his music. $10 bet won. Pizza time. Whoa, wait. Did I bet you and lose? Well, wait. What happened? Wait a minute. Did I bet you and lose? Who does Drake think he is? Cuban? Cuban? I don't know. No, I just know you want to bet. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did, sir. Yes, I did, kind sir. I surely did, kind sir. And if things keep rocking the way they're rocking, I'm going to win a lot. Ray Skater says the Warriors go further than the Cavs. So I know Ray Skater is not on right now, but if the Warriors lose, they're not going to lose in the second round. Lose in the third round, then Ray Skater will owe me $10. Lester Biggs kicked him off the channel, so that doesn't matter. So he's gone. He was getting on my nerves today, and he just kept doing it, and I didn't feel like being trolled. Guys, don't troll me. It's just, if you ask me something and I try my best to explain it to you, and then you just keep going on with the nonsense, it's like, let's talk. Like, don't troll me though. And then start, trying to call me out for, it's just fun. It's supposed to be fun. Come on. Well, yeah, I feel you. I'm going to hide your comment because I think there's still a young lady on, but I feel you 100%. Steve O said he'd give me $1,000 if Cleveland wins it all. That's cool. And who was it? One of you guys. Shoot. Oh, Jungle Boy. It's Jungle Boy is the one who owes me $10. Tone in the video, the inmate gets plowed. Yep. I'm gonna hide that comment, but yep, that is true. Yeah. All that ridiculous stuff. It's all about the ratings and ticket sales. Yeah. It's all about the ratings and ticket sales. I know when Highline Blake, your team ain't going nowhere. We should all sing the Drake song. When you got the Martha Rose and you, your team got swept in 4 games. Now you're on the sideline looking so lame. Year just ain't gonna be the same. You used to. While you standing on the court floor, pretending that you are someone, while you on the court floor. I know when. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just saying, man. Drake is corny, man. He real corny. I bet they're like talking to him like right now, like, hey, Drake, can I talk to you for a minute? Yeah, here's Lowry. Drake. Yeah, listen, Drake. How about you don't stand on the right in the thing anymore? How about for the next forever, you just don't even do anything? It's a sick world. Yeah. Yeah. I had some respect for Drake until I saw that menagerie. And I'm like, wait, Drake, what are you doing? You know? Because I was like, you're the mascot, Drake? You're the representative? Drake, you're the representative of Canada basketball. Wait. Hold on, Drake. Wait a minute, because I'm old, so I'm slow. So I need to catch up with everything that's happening because it's all so fast. But okay, so your favorite team in college is Duke Blue Devils. Duke is not in Toronto, Canada. No, Duke is in America, right? Duke is in, okay. So you go to the Duke Blue Devils and then you dress up in their warm-up uniforms. No, and then you watch. You're in there watching the Duke Blue Devils replays and watching their tapes while you're in the Blue Devils jumpsuit, like you're about to go out and play. And then wait a minute, let me get this right. Then you go out to the floor and start shooting air balls as if you're about to play while you're in the jumpsuit. Oh, and then you're the mascot for Toronto professional basketball team. See, I don't think it's about Toronto. I think it's just about his narcissism. It's all about his narcissism. Because I'm Drake, you should let me put on a Blue Devil outfit and go out there and shoot air balls. Because I'm Drake. Because I'm Drake and I'm from Canada, you should let me stand on the sideline here during the playoff games and harangue everybody. Because I'm Drake. Yeah, because you're Drake, how about you never do that again? Highline Blake, corny ass out of here. Spike Lee versus yeah, remember, yeah, Spike Lee was always on there doing this thing. But Spike Lee was a die-hard New York fan. And Reggie Miller, what he put up, he was like, but that's different because Spike Lee was true to his. That's not. Oh, you going to bed? Okay, Copper. It's time for me to go too, actually, but I'm just clowning with you guys. Here's a sissy. No wonder why Rihanna didn't want him. He's soft. Listen, Rihanna wants somebody who's going to beat her up. I will soon. Aubrey. Don't go yet? Okay. I won't go yet. Yeah, Rihanna wants somebody who's going to beat her up. She does. Listen. These women out here screaming feminism, screaming they don't want their man to do all of them. Let them run into one of these dudes who grab them by the back of their head. Oh, you a feminist, huh? Why you think a bunch of them are marrying dudes in jail? There's one guy in jail who he got 5 women who worked for the jail pregnant, all at the same time. All of them. They all knew. None of them cared. One inmate who's in for life, knocking them all down. Uh-oh, the old lady calling. Oh, well, go and get that booty then. You know, you got to put in that work now. Hey, go and score, bro. You got to put in that work. Shoot, they cracked that whip on you. They're just like, get it in here, Buster Brown. You know, if your woman call you Buster Brown, she ain't playing. Listen, Buster Brown, get it. Let's go, Buster Brown. Get it in here. Black woman calls you Buster Brown. This is about to be on. And if a white woman calls you Budinsky, it's the same thing. Listen, Budinsky, you. That's a prelude to we about to get into an argument if you don't do what I say. Excuse me, Budinsky. Budinsky. If you're a Buster Brown or a Budinsky, you better keep it moving. Because fun time is over. The woman is cracking that whip. Crack that whip. Yeah, but they'll be back. Yeah, your mama, boom, 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 boom. You must whip it. Yeah, one of those teams tomorrow in the West is going to fall. One team will fall in the West. Like, man, one team is going to fall in the West. The other one might carry on. I had a good day at the gym, man. I didn't expect to lift that much, but my back is hurting. I lifted, well, I'll put it up. I made a video of it. I had a good day. I had a good flat bench lift. On a conventional bench. I'm like, the old man still got it. I still got a little bit. I still got a little bit. Yes. And why would I not be honest? Okay, here's a better question. When haven't I been honest? Well, this is the end of the same teams this year. Yeah, this is the end. Yeah, I've always been honest. What's the point of lying to you guys? I want you guys to love the Lord. I want you to put all that effort in loving God instead of loving these bozos running around in pajamas shooting the ball through the hoop. That's what I want. You know? But, you know, I like chatting it up with you guys, but I just don't want to put a lot of time into watching the games. What percentage are you on for LeBron going with the Knicks? So, all right, let's do it. Let's go, Red, because I think you have an agenda. I think you have an agenda. Now, I'm not sure what your agenda is. So, here you go. No, I'm gonna get right. Hold on, Porter. How you doing? No. You asked me what percent. There's something behind that. Okay, so here's what I think. 2016, I said LeBron was going to leave and go to 2017. No, 2016. No, wait a minute. 2017. That's right. In the summer, I said LeBron is going to go to New York. And I said that because Carmelo plays there, was playing there, and I said he wants to play with Carmelo. And I still think that's going to happen. When it's going to happen has become cloudy. Because in 2017, LeBron said that he's not leaving Cleveland. It's 2008 finals, 18 finals. If LeBron loses the finals, he will leave and go to New York. This is what I think. And I'm 85% positive. But if he wins, I am 100% positive he will not go to New York for the next season. All right, there's your agenda. Let's hear the feedback. I know you got some. Don't act like you all of a sudden ain't got no feedback. CC, you got some feedback. What is it? What is it? Well, okay. That's a good question. Why the Knicks? All right. You guys are getting a lot out of me today. Okay, so why the Knicks? Now, well, hold on a second. Hold on. Let me answer Porter first. Because why the Knicks is an elongated answer. Do you think the Celtics will close out the series and beat the Sixers in 5? No. I think the Celtics are a cash cow now that LeBron is not in the limelight. I think they might go to 6 or 7. Okay, so let's look at the Knicks. LeBron James, okay, earlier this year, LeBron James said he was the king of New York. Reason why he said that is because he has good games in the Garden or wherever it is that they play. Right, it's a huge market. But if you just focus on what LeBron James said, You know, plus I think he had a big old picture with him and his hands up or something like that. Publicity type stuff that got everybody thinking. Now I have been on this. Yeah. I'm with you. I had been on it before all of that happened. So I was like, okay, he's kind of reinforcing what I'm thinking. But I'm like, when is this going to happen? Because if I really looked at it in depth, I would go, LeBron James is going to lose this year and go to New York this year. I don't want that to happen, but I can see that happening. All right? But since I picked him to win at the beginning of the year, I'm sticking with that. But there's also an underlying scenario, and there's reasons why. So when you look at, let's just say that I said LeBron loses this year, he's going to the Knicks, which I don't think is going to happen, but let's just go with that. Can we do that? Let's just go with LeBron losing in the finals and then leaving Cleveland, which I don't think is going to happen, but let's just go with it. Leave Cleveland. You got two markets that everybody thinks he's going to go to. You got LA and you got New York. LeBron's already set up New York nicely. New York has a big financial hole right there, and LeBron loves it. But so does LA. That hole. You know what I'm saying? LA has got a player out there who could be valuable, but he's having a sucky year. But he's under a $5 million contract. All right? They got nobody out there who they really can depend on who has a max contract that's in the $200 million range. That's right for the picking. However, New York has a max player, but he's injured. So they're like, why don't we just get rid of Porzingis? Just get rid of him. Just trade him. Get rid of his contract. That frees us up in the regular and the luxury tax. This can bring LeBron right to New York. LeBron wants to play in New York. Who else wants to go back and play in New York? Who do you think LeBron is going to bring back with him if he goes there? Answer, Carmelo Anthony. Why? Because LeBron said that he wanted to play with Carmelo. And that's what started me on that whole narrative. I was like, he's going to New York. It can still happen. OKC is not happy. OKC is not happy at all. It's an elongated answer. But I wanted you to understand my thing. Oh, I just think this is just going to happen. It's a huge market. You know, LeBron will do good out there. In what year, Estrada? It doesn't matter. He's still his friend. That's LeBron's friend. He's not doing that for money. That's LeBron's friend. It's different. Okay, so your bet is, I will bet a piece LeBron will not go to New York. Well, we're saying the same thing now. We're saying the same thing. So I can't bet you on something. We're saying the same thing. Next to like the Cowboys every year, they're going to the championship. Yeah, we're saying the same thing on that. I don't think that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's going to go this year. I think if he goes to the finals next year and loses, which is highly possible, that you'll be looking at that scenario. I say he stays with the Cavs. Then in the offseason, they tried to make some moves. I never thought about that. But I don't see him doing it. Listen, LeBron, believe it or not, he did get a lot of backlash from dipping on Cleveland, but I understood why he did it. But the way he did it, he kind of didn't tell anybody. You know, the bridesmaid at the altar. You know what I mean? Cleveland struck oil, a lot of attention in Cleveland. Yeah. Yeah, it's the way that he left. But I didn't blame him for leaving. Bro, you took your family to South Beach. Okay, you went there to play with two of your homies. I ain't mad about what he did at all. He did it for his family. He did it for his career. All right, well, I am about to bug out because my eyes are getting tired and I got to stare at this thing all day tomorrow and do homework. Don't be surprised if Brent making some noise. Excuse me, I'm not sure who you're talking to, but the Browns almost went 50% last year. So nobody's surprised about the Browns doing something because they almost went 50%. All right. So let's go ahead and clean that up on who's going to be surprised about what, Budinsky. I'm not going to be surprised about none of that. Not at all. Oh, yep. I'm out, you guys. What about Bernie? Bernie. You guys, God loves you, man, and so do I. If you guys need something to pray about, let me know. Thanks for sticking around, hanging out with your boy. I'm just beat. I'm beat. And I got to go do my